Wonderful morning, my dear friends. Welcome to day 13 of this 15-day breath by breath session conducted by Dr. Sai Krupa Sagar sir and organized by Pyramid Valley International, Bangalore. So yesterday we had an amazing session on intuition, on body awareness, and Sagar sir beautifully explained the 4 key steps to honing your intuition. So Eckhart Tolle says, body has massive intelligence, and the gateway to have this body's intelligence is by being aware of your body, by listening to your body. So whenever you have any doubts, any confusion, if you're fighting between two thoughts, just listen to your body. Ask your body. It will give you the right answer. So with that, I'd like to welcome Sagar sir. Welcome, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, my dear friends. Good morning, my dear masters. Good morning, Manusha. Thank you for a wonderful recap of yesterday. Yes, every time we listen to our body, we get the right answers. I hope all of you have done your homework for yesterday in terms of listening to your body. And that is only going to increase the more you get into the practice of being open, being aware to your body sensations. You will start getting wonderful answers from the divinity in yourself and also the universal mind. And what we do with breath mindfulness meditation is to clear the clutter, that first step, right? So clear the noise in the brain, bring that stillness in oneself. When we are still, we are able to listen to the right signals that are in the universe or the soul sense. Otherwise, it will be signals mixed with noise, noisy signals. And sometimes our ego picks that up and acts based on that. And in the end, again, at some point of time, we return back to our soul. So with that, as we proceed, we'll proceed on our journey of breathfulness today, my dear friends. We'll do our usual 15 minutes of meditation, if needed, a bit longer as well. So usual 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes, we're going to do the equal breathing. The next 15 minutes, you're going to be focused on your nose. The next 15 minutes, you focus on your full path or breath cycle. And then the final 10 minutes, we focus on the flowing, right? So there's focusing, there's following and flowing. And then we end with appreciation or gratitude, right? Today, there is a small twist or a challenge that I'm going to give you. In the second step, when we are going to do the 15 minutes of following your breath, one of the things we're going to do is not move physically, right? So if you are sitting in that posture, you're going to sit in that posture for that entire 15 minutes without moving. Right? Absolute stillness, right? Stillness of body. Even if you are getting a sensation, even if you're getting an itch, even if you're getting a pain, you're going to continue for that 15 minutes. If that's going to bother you, focus your attention on that sensation. 15 minutes of no movement, right? So Marusha, what do they call this step in?
Aditthana.
Aditthana. Yeah, Aditthana, yes. So we're going to practice that for 15 minutes. I'll tell you why a bit later, because everything that, as we learn, everything that is going to disturb us is going to come through our sensations. For the 15 minutes, we're going to watch all the sensations as well as you continue to do your breath. Anything that happens, anything that pains, you're going to watch it. It's just like a thought. Thought is a subtle sensation, right? And then it causes a body sensation somewhere. Whereas there are grosser sensations as well, which could be pain, which could be itching, which could be that buzzing mosquito around, or it could be the fan, it could be the cold, warm. That is okay. 15 minutes, you can be with the pain if your back is hurting or neck is hurting, right? So 15 minutes of Aditthana, just absolutely still. And then the last 10 minutes, you'll go with the flow of the body. If you're able to practice that also with the stillness of your body, wonderful. If not, you can just do a little bit of relax. And like we said, energy flows where attention goes. One of the solutions in Buddhist literature is also, if you feel a pain in your knee as you're sitting, if you feel a headache, if you feel some other discomfort, If you focus your attention on the discomfort, energy flows, it gets regulated, and the pain disappears. Right? That is a common thing because you're more conscious of it. And as we know, anything that we resist is what is persists. The real pain is not because of the pain that the actual issue. The real pain is because you're resisting it. Oh, I don't want the pain. I don't want the pain. I don't want the pain. The pain persists. So we're going to try that, my dear friends. Anyway, I'll guide you through that phase. I'll let you know when that phase starts. All right. So let's get started with another beautiful morning of deep breathfulness meditation. So get into a relaxed posture. Cross your feet at your ankle if you're sitting on a chair. Clasp your fingers. Clasp your hands. Sit relaxed. Remove your spectacles. Sit with the back straight. Neck straight. Shoulder straight. Head straight. But relaxed posture. Make sure you have appropriate cushions if you need it, but make sure your back is straight, not like this. It has to be like this, straight. All right, and then slowly bring your awareness to your body. And start the warm-up, which is our equal breathing. Slow, equal, long inhale and exhale. Feel your tummy moving up as you inhale and in or down as you exhale. You can do your counting, or if you are good, you can continue without your counting as well. Slow, easy, long inhale. Slow, easy, long exhale. Refreshes your nervous system, calms your mind, nourishes your body. Feel the calmness in your mind, the energy in your body, the alertness in your consciousness. Feel the movements in your abdomen aligned to your long and slow inhale and long and slow exhale. Do not hold your breath. Wonderful. Now, my dear friends, let's move into the observation stage. Move your attention to the entrance of your nose and start observing your breath as you inhale and exhale. All your attention and awareness should be in and around your nose for the next 15 minutes. Become a gatekeeper at the entrance to your nose, watching your breath going in and out. Be aware and feel any sensations on your upper lip or inside your nose as the air goes in and out. You may have become a lot more aware now compared to when we started. Again, no analysis, no judgment. You feel whatever you feel in the moment. All your attention and awareness should be on your breath at your nose, not on your surroundings, not on the music, not on what to do for the day. Any distractions that happen, label it and say wait, and return back to your role as a watchman of your breath. Music with meditation is just there to help you get into that initial alpha state. Relax your mind and body. While you are at your nose, watch minutely the in-breath and out-breath. Are you able to feel which nostril it is going into or which nostril it is coming out from? Are you able to feel any sensations on your upper lip? Are you able to feel any sensations inside your nose? If so, which part of your nose? And are two breaths the same? Are the three breaths the same? Do not carry the memory of one moment into another. We learned the three key principles: relaxing and letting go of any distractions, deeply engaging with your breath, and being curious. What's my next breath going to be? Not worry. Do not entertain any thoughts, any other analysis, any other sensations, my dear friends. Just watch the dance of your breath as it enters and leaves your nostrils. Nothing else. Keep your neck and head straight. Be conscious of your posture. Keep it relaxed. Be with your breath at your nose alone. The next 5 more minutes, my dear friends. As we learned, this stuff develops the skill of attention. Very much necessary for us to get into deeper states of meditation. Feel the relaxation due to your concentration. Feel the calmness in your mind. Feel the sharpness of your mind. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now, slowly expand your awareness. Expand your focus to your entire breath cycle. Follow your breath as the breath enters your nose, travels all the way to your lungs, causing the movements and sensations in your throat region, in your chest region, and observe the movements in your abdomen region as your diaphragm pushes the stomach out as you inhale, and as you exhale, the stomach goes inside. Get into the posture that you want to be in for the next 15 minutes. Let's begin the process of aditthana. Aditthana in Pali means strong determination, strong will. The next 15 minutes, you're going to will to not move, come whatsoever, and just completely be with your breath. No physical movement. Any sensation that happens, you observe and return to your breathing. If the sensation persists, you focus your attention, breathe in and breathe out of that region. Not encourage any doubts. You will be able to sit through for 15 minutes without moving. The only movement should be due to your breathing, the natural movements at your nose, at your throat, your chest, and your abdomen. The subtle movements. Enjoy the feeling of observing, following your breath. No movements in your mind, no movements in your body. Just observe what is happening naturally. If your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath. If you get a feeling or sensation to move your body or feeling a pain, breathe into it and out of it. Stay with your breath. Feel the energy and power of determination, self-will. Set aside any doubts. Continue to follow the path of your breath, your beautiful breath. No physical movements. 6 more minutes, my dear friends. Just stay still. Avoid any movements of your mind, wandering of your mind as well. Feel the power and energy of perfect stillness of your body and your mind. Just your breath. being in your conscious awareness. Do not strain yourself. Relax and enjoy the moment. If you're feeling any pain in your legs or your back or any other sensations, go beyond the pain. As you are continuously with that pain or sensation, you'll get a big relief when you go beyond the pain, being with it for some time. Excellent, my dear friends. Now keep your body relaxed. Let's move into the next phase, next step of your observation. Expand your awareness to your entire body and feel sensations due to your breathing. For those of you who want to continue in Aditthana without moving your body, you can do so. Others can relax into your normal relaxing posture. Stay anchored in your breath, and as you breathe in and breathe out, observe, be aware, be open to the sensation movements due to just your breathing, not other sensations. Ignore all other thoughts, all other distractions. The next 10 minutes. Continue to be centered in your breathing, my dear friends, while feeling and observing sensations and movements across your body. Feel the flow of energies. In Pali, it's called piti. Enjoy being with your breath. Last 5 minutes. Be conscious of every breath, every sensation. Observe how they appear and disappear. Feel the impermanence of every moment. Just flow with your breath last 2 minutes, my dear friends. Wonderful. Now, my dear friends, slowly move your attention and awareness to your heart region as we move into our gratitude and appreciation part. Express deep gratitude to your experience and to your presence into every moment of your meditation session today. Feel grateful with a smile on your lips. Recall 3 people, incidents, or things that made you be conscious of in the last 24 hours. Bring each person, incident, or thing into your mind and say thank you to that person, thing, or incident with a deep sense of gratitude in your heart. Next, say thank you to your family, your friends, your colleagues, and all the people who help you go through your everyday life in whatever form and shape it is. Lastly, let's all express gratitude and appreciation to the environment, all our fellow beings, all the organizations, laws, and rules that govern our society and make the place we live in livable, likable, and lovable. With that, my dear friends, we come to the end of today's breathfulness meditation session. Relax your body, relax your shoulders, neck, and head. Become aware of the room you are in. Relax your legs, relax your palms and fingers. Unclasp your fingers and place your palms on your eyes for a few seconds, and you can open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you. Wonderful. I hope today's session of meditation was wonderful relaxation and enlightening for each one of you. Look at how breath teaches us a lot of things. You can learn strong will, self-determination, willpower by just staying with our breath, not deciding. We are practicing avoiding the movement of our mind every day, mind wandering. Whereas today, some of you or all of you tried making sure your body movements are also not there. In fact, one of my deepest states of meditation happened when I was, doing meditation, when Patri sir was guiding us and doing meditation. I was sitting on the floor with my legs folded, right? I think it was probably a bit more than, close to 2 hours of meditation. And towards the last half an hour or so, I don't remember what the time was, my legs started straining and paining. And my hips started a bit aching. But then I continued on without absolute movement. Though the initial pain persisted, but the joy of getting over the pain, joy of resisting the pain, resisting in the sense you don't resist to avoid it, right? So you know the pain is going to be there. Better be ready to live with the pain. So once you start living with the pain, it's such a joy. In fact, that was one of my deepest state of meditation, went beyond the pain. And after a while, I didn't feel the pain. Maybe the pain was there, but didn't feel the pain, get into deeper states. So getting beyond that resistance is what is important for us. Wonderful. So today we're going to learn one more wonders of breathfulness. So before that, anyone wants to type in, or maybe you can type in the homework, whatever you did. Did you feel something? We'll open it up. We'll probably keep it for during the Q&A session, that we can also speak about if you're able to observe your body sensations yesterday. and how your mindful activity went through, right? So breath, as we all know, every time we breathe, what happens? Is every breath the same? No, right? So every breath is different. The length of your inhale is different on every breath. The length of your exhale is different on your breath. Sometimes you inhale through your left nostril. Sometimes you inhale through your right nostril, right? Sometimes you're able to feel the movements of your stomach a little bit. Sometimes you're able to feel your movements here. And some of the thoughts are, some of your breaths are interpreted by the thought. Some of your thoughts are not the same, right? Your sensations are not the same. So breath teaches impermanence. So nothing stays the same, right? So just by following the breath, observing the breath, no two breaths are the same. It is not permanent, right? Similarly, in life, there are tons of things that are not permanent, that don't stay the same, right? This is one of the biggest truths coming out of the Anapanasati Sutras. Now, as we move into the last 4 verses, the 4th stanza or para of Anapanasati Sutras, it's about discovering the insights. When you continue to become aware of your breath, your body, your emotions and feelings, and your mental patterns and your beliefs, right? Ultimately, you start realizing everything is temporary. The pain that you had was temporary because of the belief. You let go of the belief, or your craving cleansed. Earlier, you were so attached to coffee. Now you don't even care whether you get coffee or not, or how the coffee looks or tastes, right? So that feeling goes away. So you're good, you're happy in a moment, you are okay in another moment. So breath teaches you the infinite truth, which is impermanence. And science also tells us that we are new every moment, right? Out of the 37 trillion cells, 800,000 plus cells are being replaced every second. Our body produces 1 trillion blood cells every day. And then the lifetime of a blood cell is only around 4 months. And even in the brain, the neurons get recycled. In fact, it says brain replaces at least 1 neuron per second. And your heart regenerates at least 3 times in a lifetime. The heart that you have at the age of 50 is not the same heart that you had at the age of 3, right? When we say it is not the same heart, the software might still be the same, but the hardware, the physical heart changes. Similarly, molecules and cells, the cellular activity keeps happening. Even our neurons keep firing every second. The structure of the neurons keep changing. Neural circuits grow in capacity. Everything changes, right? And in fact, there is a famous quote by Deepak Chopra who says, "You are not the person you walked into meditation an hour ago, right? You are not the person who exited the process of meditation 5 minutes ago. We're all changing." So what it means is everything changes. Universe is energy. The environment changes. Climates change. Life changes. People come and go. People are born. People die and leave. Situations change. The ideology, the mentality, the feelings of people change. So nothing is permanent. And what more the tool that we need to realize nothing is permanent, everything is impermanent, is the breath. Breath by its very nature is impermanent. And that's what we try to observe. And Buddha discovered this. It is not impermanence. Why we know all this, everything is impermanent. Once we know that, it's not impermanence that makes us suffer. What makes us suffer is wanting things to be permanent when they are not. Right? I want that particular relationship to be permanent. Right? And the moment things or the way the relationship goes to be permanent, always happy, always positive for me. But the moment something happens, something gets disturbed, then we feel the pain. We start suffering. Right? So that is why when you start observing the sensations in your body as well, they are not permanent. After a while, it goes away. The pain goes away after some time. The sensation goes away at some time. The thoughts come and go after some time. the situation in your job, in your family, come and disappear, right? So nothing is permanent. It's just the way we feel that is permanent. Oh my God, it's been continuing for a long time, right? And then there is this wonderful fable that the king of Persia wanted someone to coin a thing or invent a thing. What he said was, invent a thing that allows me to, or that always gives me the opposite state of what I am in, right? And then someone invented this ring or wrote on that, this too shall pass. So every time you feel happy, you look at the ring or you remember this word, this too shall pass. Every time you feel sad, you feel anxiety, you feel pain, you feel ignored, you feel a sense of shame, you feel a sense of pride. Again, look at that particular thing or the saying. In that fable, you just look at the ring that says, this too shall pass. So that gives a lot of hope for life. That gives a lot of optimism for life. This too shall pass. But at the same time, it also teaches you to be genuine. It also teaches to be honest, right? Happiness doesn't last forever. Sadness doesn't last forever. Grief doesn't last forever. Creativity doesn't last forever. And your loneliness or your social setting doesn't last forever. What lasts forever is the breath. Your breath keeps varying, but being with your breath, being conscious of your awareness, your consciousness, and your breath lasts forever. In the sense, breath stays still, your physical body remains, but your consciousness lasts forever. So when we try to make impermanent things permanent, that is when we cause ourselves to suffer, because they will change. That relationship will change. That thing will ultimately lose its utility, right? And the car that we bought yesterday will allow you a sense of relief for the next couple of months. After that, a different craving will set in, right? We need the next new phone, need the next new car, the next job, the next promotion. That is because we don't accept the law of impermanence. All right. So that's one of the laws of permanence in an impermanence that we wanted to talk about. Everything is impermanent, and aligned to that is what is the laws of non-attachment, acceptance, and equanimity. This is another wonder that teaches the secret of happiness. This is another of those insights that we learn from the Buddha's Anapanasati Sutras. Non-attachment. As I said, if I get attached to something permanent, then it causes me pain, right? Accepting every situation as it is. The equanimity is basically that, right? Equanimity is basically good, bad, hot, cold, beautiful, ugly, wonderful, not so wonderful, all that, right? So what is non-attachment? Non-attachment is letting go of the thoughts and emotions that create suffering. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have things. It is okay to have things. It is okay to aspire for the job. But then when you feel pain, when you feel that suffering, when you don't have that or the absence of that, that means you're attached to it. Once you can stop being so attached to your thoughts, I mean, that's what we are all here, right? So basically stopping being attached to our thoughts. And these are the different cues. You can probably look at it. I mean, today's exercise, we'll talk about that. I want you to notice two things, or let's keep it simple. At any point of time, any activity that you're doing, that you're feeling good, assume that it's not going to be permanent. What is your feeling, all right? So you'll also get your sense of attachment. I'll recollect that exercise again later. It's about understanding the impermanence of things and whether the absence of something will make you feel good or bad, right? The levels of attachment, we're all attached to different types of food, things, people, of course. I want to be with that person. I want my son or daughter to be the highest scorer in their exams. I wanted them to get recognition, right? Attachment to feelings, that feelings of goodness, feelings of recognition, feeling of pride, feeling of being respected, feeling of control, right? So these are some of the things that are easier, but then there are a class of things that are a bit difficult to let go of. Attachment to our thoughts, attachment to control. I need to be in control of things. Attachment to the idea, the millions of ideas that we have here, I am right. Attachment to outcomes. So we all know what Krishna taught all of us in Bhagavad Gita, right? Do not get attached to outcomes. Focus on the process. And then again, attachment to doing. Some of us always want to keep doing things so that I feel I am respected. I feel I am recognized. I feel I am doing something, contributing something, right? Attachment to doing is again another big thing that is very difficult to let go of, right? So in order to get anything in the physical world, you have to detach from the outcome and be in the process. Again, a big teaching from our yogic scriptures, right? So the secret is everything is impermanent. Everything will pass. So the secret here to happiness is accept what is. Whatever is the situation, accept. Accept in the sense, again, it's not dereliction of duty. If someone is doing something incorrect for a particular work, then it's our responsibility to tell them, right? But then then immediately we start judging. Oh my God, this is how it is. So that judgment is what we say, do not get involved in. So accept what is, let go of what was, let go of the past, do not carry your memories, and have faith in what will be. Yesterday we learned that trust your intuition, trust the universe, trust what your body is telling you. So have faith in what will be, right? So when we live in complete acceptance of what is, that is the end of all drama in our life. Today we are all so immersed in drama, thinking that everything is going to be permanent, thinking that all my relationships, all the things that I have is going to be permanent. But the moment you start living in that impermanence, the moment you start, that is what Eckhart Tolle talks about it, right? Being in the present moment, right? Do not think about the past, do not anticipate or visualize or imagine the future. Whatever comes, it's just in the moment. The moment is all that you have, he says. Right? In that moment, most of the time, we don't live our life. We don't live those moments in the life, right? And then we go back and then go forward and then look back at what happened. That is not life. You were losing that moment where you're thinking about the earlier moment, and the earlier moments also we lost. So being in presence, being with your breath, allows you to be in the present moment. That's what is the whole idea and objective of Anapanasati Sutras, our breath by breath course. Just one message, and that is the biggest message that breath teaches you: impermanence, non-attachment to things, accepting everything, which is what we are learning in our breathfulness meditation session as well, right? Remember one of the principles, letting go. Thought comes, let go. Feeling comes, let go. Sensation comes, let go. I'm not going to do anything about it, right? What am I enjoying? Whatever is happening in this current moment. Breath happens, movements happen, sensation happen. Coming, let go, coming, let go. All right. So that's one of the biggest teaching. Everything begins, everything ends. That is what is cessation. Non-attachment, cessation, and impermanence. These are three big things that Anapanasati Sutras teach us. And the way we did it is step by step, right? And then that is how the wonderful sutras were written down. Breath, body, emotions and feelings, thoughts and beliefs. If you look at it, none of it stays the same. None of the 8 things that I talked about or 6 things that I talked about stay the same. Your beliefs change as you get more wisdom. Your thoughts change, your emotions change. A thought that gave you a bad feeling a couple of months ago, the same thought will probably give you a good feeling or a neutral feeling today. So everything changes, my dear friends. And the secret to happiness is not get stuck assuming things are the same. Again, one beautiful analogy I keep talking about is if you pull a rope, there is a rope. If you hold tight to it, right? You are so attached to it. What happens? As you keep holding it, your hand starts paining, right? The moment you let go of the rope, your hand is free, right? So that is what it is. We get so caught up. We get so caught onto the concepts, caught onto the ideas. This is the only way to live life. And I am living the perfect life. Someone else is not living the same life. We're so caught up to the ideas. We're so caught up to the thoughts, right? They're all subtle pains that we feel. And that translates into, as we go back to our classes, our thoughts, our emotions dictate how our body is, right? The neurochemical signature of our body, physical body, the brain changes, the regulatory, the energy regulation that happen, everything is based on our mind, our thoughts, our beliefs. And with the process of breathfulness, that is what we are trying to cleanse. So 3 things again, what breathfulness or meditation helps: calming your mind, cleansing our emotional beliefs and patterns, and connecting to our intuition. And one of the insights that we get from life and intuition is impermanence. Today, let's observe as we go along the day, right? Anytime you feel something good, and anytime, again, going back to your likes and dislikes, anytime you feel pleasantness, anytime you feel anger, just stop, pause, and remember, is this permanent? Am I attached to it? Attachment can be to dislike as well. You're so attached to not having that. You're so attached to avoiding that. That is what is aversion, right? So, and the same thing, afraid, fear. Why am I afraid of? Is it going to be permanent? Tomorrow it's not going to be there. Why am I even afraid of? Why am I carrying that fear? I may be fearful or afraid in that moment. So today it's more about mindful observation of your attachment, right? So your attachment to craving, attachment to dislike, attachment to fear, how you are feeling it. And then also, as you go along, feel everything. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And it should give you a sense of freedom. It shouldn't give you a sense of despair. Oh my God, what is happening? Everything is coming and going, which a lot of us get into when someone close to you dies. We call that as smashana vairagyam, right? What is there? Yesterday he was like this, today he got, tomorrow also we go. It's not that despair, it's that freedom that we have to let go of our past and then be ready to create the future. With that, my dear friends, I hope the meditation session was wonderful, and this wisdom from Buddha enlightening. And this is something that we all discover as we go along. So let's move into Q&A. So I'm just looking at some of the questions. If anyone wants to ask questions or share your experiences with your body sensing or mindful activities or anything, please feel free to. So there's one question from Ashok sir. Can we add initial step as inhalation with left nostril and exhalation right nostril, vice versa, enhanced feeling? Yes, sir. There are a lot of breathing exercises that we can use. Pranayama can be done before your meditation session. It regulates your body. So a lot of our yogic system, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, talks a lot about a lot of breathing exercises. You can do yoga as well before meditation. Everything regulates your energy. In fact, we did want to teach the alternative nostril as well, but I wanted an expert to teach it. We were waiting for Dr. Subramaniam, but unfortunately, he was not well on the 2 days that he said he can come and do it. All right. So, any other questions? Any other sharing of experiences? We have dear Ashok sir ready. Yes, sir.
My gratitude, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So I will be doing not in the meditation process, but separately these exercises, because I feel a lot of soothing this thing, relaxation when I do alternate nostril breathing. And my question is that, sir, it's not a question actually. It is a slight confusion. we have seen that the great inventions in the world have happened through dreaming. And dreaming is a future sort of, during the dreaming stage, we are, the scientist is living in a future, this thing, what will happen, how it can happen. So if the scientist lives in only in the present, probably invention will not occur. So I want to remove that confusion, sir.
Yeah. So the dreaming is also happening in some present moment, sir. That is all. So he's dreaming because he's aware or being aware of the dream in that moment, right? So if the dreaming happens and then he says, I don't want to dream, and then think about the past or future, if he avoids it, then he's resisting it, right? So again, dreaming is another level of consciousness. And again, there are a lot of signals that come in that level of consciousness from your soul, from the universe. But again, key to observing messages and accepting messages through dreams is also another. This is the stillness. It's about being in the present moment as well. So dreaming happens in one moment, right? Again, same thing. Analyzing and thinking and thought also happens in that particular moment, right? So all your creativity happens in a particular moment. So it all happens in that moment. What we are saying is be fully in that moment. If you are in a dream state, be fully in the dream state. If you are in working on something, be fully in that, right? That allows a lot of messages to be received. So we're not saying dreaming is bad. That's another level of consciousness. That's it. All right. So any other questions, my dear friends? Any other? We would love to, because we got just 2 more days. We want each one of you to share your experiences and also give your feedback on your experiences and what you learned. We're always here to help you to get into the deeper states of meditation.
So there is a question in the chat. What is the difference between chanting a mantra and meditation?
Oh, very good. I think I did see that. So yeah, so chanting a mantra stills your mind, calms your mind. Yes, right. So it again gets you into the alpha state. And for some, yes, it gets into the theta and delta state as well. Meditation is again a very similar process where you do not engage with the mind, right? After a while, chanting is more, I would say chanting gets you to a certain level of consciousness depending on who you are. Chanting, bhajans, spiritual singing, everything have their own usage, right? Meditation goes a bit beyond in terms of cleansing and connecting as well. So there are certain categories of spiritual practices that are more in the calming and cleansing a bit part of it. There are, once you calm your mind, you starting getting connected. There are certain spiritual practices like breath work, like meditation, like some of the yogic exercises, which do a lot of cleansing and regulation of your this thing. So all spiritual practices do one or more of these, but at different levels. So meditation allows you to go inward. Meditation allows you to get your insights, right? Like we said, like what Buddha said, right? It increases your awareness. Whereas practices like chanting get your mind to a still state. Yes. What happens beyond that? What happens after that? You don't get to understand a lot of those feelings, right? You don't observe your feelings and let them go, right? So both are different levels of consciousness. They're all in the consciousness spectrum, but they have their own different benefits. Takeaway exercise is the idea. Follow it. I think so. I hope Manusha has captured what we need to
Yes,
do, right?
sir. I'll be posting on Telegram.
Telegram, wonderful. Freestanding exercise of liberation. Okay. So one direct message. My reflection yesterday is from Poonam Madam. When I had a conversation with a person, when I have a conversation with a person, I feel dejection. Something inside me tells me to stop talking with that person. How do we handle this kind of situation? Right. So nice question. So yes, at that moment, if something is telling you, again, I don't know whether it is going to be your mind or your coming from your soul. The soul definitely wouldn't say stop talking to that person, but that whole judgment about that person happens through your ego mind, right? So one thing is become absorbed in that particular moment, start enjoying the conversation. I mean, leave the leave the, see again, this is this whole thing about feeling dejection and avoiding to talk with that particular person. It's completely ego driven. So let go of that. The moment, the fact that you are talking with that person is not incidental, right? There is something happened that allows you to talk to that person. There is a reason. Just get absorbed in that particular moment, let go of the dejection, let go of, accept that particular moment, and something true will come up. Or after a while, once you stop resisting the dejection, once you stop saying that, oh, I need to, my body is telling to stop talking to the person, that means you're resisting, right? So once you give in to that moment, automatically that person will walk away, person will stop talking, right? The more you say, okay, how long I need to talk to that person, I don't want to talk to that particular person, that thing continues. The moment you say, okay, relax, breathe, take a conscious breath, relax into it, okay, accept that particular moment, the conversation will stop, then your dejection stops, right? So that's another way to look at it. Yes, Sudhakar, sir.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, approximately I am doing 2 hours meditation per day. My age is 71 years. And I want to do more for health as well as for satisfaction. How much I have to do more meditation per day? Timing.
So this 2 hours, what is your quality of meditation? Are you able to get into those thoughtless state? Are you able to experience joy? Are you able to experience bliss?
I'm getting a relaxation as well as health also I'm getting. So I want to increase more and get the results.
Yeah, results will come anyway, right? So you're already feeling that results. So are you able to get into the state where you are able to feel your energy movements? Are you able to get into a state where you're able to feel that bliss, feel that ecstasy, right? And then there is that sense of peace after that ecstasy. Are you able to get into those states in your 2 hours?
Yes, sir. Actually,
yes.
I want to get, actually health problems are some problems are small problems only, BP, sugar, like that. I want to come out from that good health. To how much maximum I want to do.
Yeah, so maximum is whatever is possible for you, sir. So minimum is 1 hour, right? I mean, all of us do that, and we are anyway doing it for 1.5, 2 hours because of your age is 70, right? So that is the minimum. You can add on to as many. It's not, there is no set rule. You do it for 10 hours. This is what happens. But more importantly, I would suggest carry on this feeling of meditation into your daily activity as well. Right. Yes. So everything that you do with your open eyes also should be like a meditation. Right. And then that way you are in meditation for all 24 hours. You don't tax your mind. Right. So you don't need to feel, okay, I'm not sitting, closing my eyes and sitting. That is what is meditation. Whereas the other time I'm not in meditation. So as you continue to do you're feeling your relaxation, you're feeling this thing. As you continue to go through the rest of the day in some deeply engaged activities, some creative activities, right? Or whatever it is, that will also be like a meditation. So feel free to do 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, right? So that will be ideal. And the rest of the time, start being a lot more mindful of whatever you're engaged in. That again will give you joy. That again will give you health benefits or benefits to your mind as well. All right. So how much max you want to do is up to you, but 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening is a good thing. A lot of us do 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. But then if it allows you to that joy and peace, that's good. Yes, Shirish sir.
Yeah, today's session was very insightful as usual. Better I felt more than that. And the message that has come through to me, which I vibed, very much with, was this impermanence. All along we've understood like, yes, nothing is permanent, people will go. So I just wanted to understand that, is this the final truth or it is one of the final eternal truths?
So it is one of the insights, right? I mean, what Buddha talks about in the Anapanasati Sutra. Ultimately, what he said was all suffering is because of the fact that we are holding on to things that are not permanent, right? So the moment we realize that, then suffering stops. So the moment suffering stops, the noise in our mind and body stops. The moment that stops, you are connected to your inner stillness. The ultimate truth is basically realizing that the divinity in you, that you're able to create anything, connecting with your inner intuition. So that is the ultimate process. But what causes suffering, what prevents people from realizing that is the incorrect notion of everything is permanent and this is mine, getting attached to it. And that is where impermanence comes in. This is one of the ultimate truths, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Wonderful. I hope there are no other questions, Manisha.
There is one question from Mani Kiranji. I don't feel talking to a particular person. Only reason is to avoid unnecessary talks, which gives me headache. Is that okay, sir?
Yes. So again, you are causing suffering for yourself, right? So you don't feel like talking to a particular person to avoid unnecessary talk. Fine, avoiding unnecessary talk is good, right? But the best thing is to not put you into that situation, right? And then listen. After a while, you don't respond. And again, actually, it's a good point I want to talk about. I usually talk about these levels of acceptance in my stillness retreats, right? So there are different levels of acceptance, right? When something is bothering you, just like some of the messages we said, something is bothering you, we start judging inside environment. Oh my God, I don't want to talk. I want to be silent, right? But this person is talking. There's a lot of inner judgment. Your voice will be silent. Your mind, you'll feign silence, but inside you will not feel that silence, right? So that inner judgment happens. That's a sense of accepting. Oh my God, why am I this thing? Okay, I learned acceptance. Let me accept it grudgingly, right? How long it is. So after a while, once you start you're practicing your meditation, then slowly you will realize that is suffering, right? You are causing, the other person will be talking happily, completely in full flow. Whereas inside your mind, you keep, so inside your mind, you'll keep suffering, right? It's not because of the other person, because of your thing. So after a while, you say, okay, so this person is talking, let me just be listening to that particular person or that situation for the next 10 minutes. Let me see. After that, I will tell. Even then, the level of noise has come down, but still there is some judgment. Okay, this person is like this only, let me be here, right? It's the kind of resignation. But after a while, you will get to a point where you'll feel nothing, right? So that is about being in the present moment, right? You will feel nothing, no observation, no judgment. And then this person is talking, I'm there. This person is talking, I want to avoid talking. You have the intention that I want to avoid talking, but just feel nothing. That is a good situation for you to follow conscious breathing. Be conscious of breath, enjoy the bliss inside, right? That person will be talking something. But again, at the same time, after a while, that person will ask you, okay, is that fine, right? Then you will have to respond. This happens all the time with our spouses, right? The spouses keep talking about something. After a while, we say, okay, another, or even your kids will tell you, okay, my dad has started giving me some advice, so let me either shut my mind. After a while, you ask the kid, do you understand? He said, yeah, I understand. You ask the kid, what did I say? Okay, so what? You didn't respond. You didn't even listen to what I told you, right? So the idea is let go of that, right? Let go of the resistance. We are resisting it. We're either deviating our energy and resisting it. So again, which is not the ultimate level of acceptance is when you feel the peace in you in spite of that noise, right? And after a while, you will see the noise will go away. Someone, for example, constantly keeps you reminding to do something, or there's a constant chatter in someone's life, right? So the more you give it the meaning of chatter, the more you give it the energy of resistance, the more we give it the energy of judgment, it will continue to happen. And suffering will happen within you. But the moment you let go, that is what we talked about today, letting go of it. Okay, fine. You'll feel that inner silence, inner bliss. That it's happened to me a lot of times on some of the examples I keep telling in my other classes, right? So after a while, it's not judgment. You get into that sense of acceptance, absolute peace. In that peace, whatever is continuing will happen with a lot more clarity, but you don't get disturbed. right? That absolute equanimity, absolute stillness. And that's the way all of us walking through this path of breathfulness, we will reach there. We will reach there without any conscious need to do, right? Automatically, you'll start feeling that peace. You'll not automatically feel peaceful in a situation where you're suffering earlier. It will happen, like based on all the signs that we talked about. All right. So wonderful. All right, my dear friends, I think we are a bit over time. Relations does not want to hear advice. However, it is good how to deal with it. So based on all the knowledge that we learned today, sir, again, advice giving is just a duty. Yes, it's our duty to give them advice, but after a while, we'll have to accept it. And that is what our modern day families and modern day kids are teaching us, right? I mean, we learn a lot from our kids, as they say, right? And I keep telling my daughter, we were all, me, my sister, my brothers were all wonderful kids to our parents. We didn't cause them that much of annoyance the way today's kids cause us with all the devices and gadgets and distractions, right? There is a teaching in us. It's about for us to accept what they are. We can tell them, be this, do this, it's an advice. But then if we have that feeling, oh, I've told them, in spite of that, they've not listened, then that's the suffering that we carry. Right? We'll have to let go of that feeling. It's our duty to tell them, remind them, but then leave it. But once you let go of that, you will see magic happen. People will invariably start doing what you had been telling for the last 20 years or 30 years, right? So it's letting go. And it's a teaching for us as well. It's a learning for us. The moment we let go of things, your pain stops and things start happening. Two ways. One, you're not really bothered. You did my duty. I did my duty, and then I don't feel bad. And then tomorrow the things will start happening. In which case you don't even need to give that advice. You can try it, sir. Wonderful. So thanks very much, my dear friends. I hope it was a wonderful session today. Have a wonderful, mindful day. Observe the attachments, observe the impermanence in all of life, in every moment of your life. With that, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.